you said this morning one more win would be great. There you go.
Here we are. Yeah, we'll definitely take it, and played a really solid game tonight, and that's key going into these final few games, is to start building consistency and momentum.
You said this morning you yourself particularly you wanted to pick up your own game, and did you like what you did out there today?
Yeah, definitely. I felt way more confident and felt like I had control of draw weight, which is key for me on every other shot. So,
One question we tend to forget to ask. Are you having fun out there?
how can you not have fun with Kate Cameron?
But it is, obviously
Yeah,
winning breeds fun. But
It's been a really fun year. It's a great group of ladies, and we enjoy playing together, and we have fun off the ice, and our families are awesome, and so it's just been a really fantastic fairy tale year.
the other thing, people talk about Manitoba wearing that buffalo carries with it a lot of pressure. Just the tradition in that province. Mm-hmm. Being a newcomer and all that to that, do you feel it, or is that kind of a thing where it's just doesn't resonate that way with you?
Maybe it just seems like a fairy tale yet that I'm not feeling the pressure too much, but we have been playing fairly solid all year, and so we just needed to concentrate on bringing our A game to this event, and that's what so far we've managed to do for the most part. We've had a couple of bad ends here and there, but hopefully, as I said, keep building some momentum for heading into the final few days.
Charley, that was just it looked like a pretty solid performance up and down the lineup, and after a little bit of a scrambly night last night, that was probably pretty, that was a confidence boost, I think.
Yeah, I think the girls, after last night they were maybe a little bit shaken, but they played well in the first half of last night, and this game they didn't seem to really let up at all, so it was a good game for them.
Yeah, and I think, I imagine that must have been quite a debrief after last night, because your notebook was probably pretty full.
Yeah, but the nature of this event is, you're off the ice and you're in bed and you're up in the morning, so we didn't have a whole lot of time to talk about it. A little bit before in the morning today, but I don't know. That's just kind of the Scotties, and Englot last night. They made a lot of great shots to get us into that position in the 10th end, so credit to them as well.
Right. So when you look at where this team's at compared to this time last year, are you seeing good signs of building towards the end of the week?
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, and that was our focus last year, is we were never worried if things didn't go well in the first half of the tournament. We've had our struggles already out here, but I think every game we're improving and learning a little bit more, so I think that's exactly where they want to be.
And you can't argue, obviously, with the performance in the standings. The learning experience of the first game followed by a series of victories. You can't ask for much more.
No, I think that we're all extremely happy where we are at this point. So.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. How are the arms feeling after that?
I feel great. This is what we trained for. This is, what being front end is all about. So to be able to sweep a draw for the win in an extra end, that's what gets your heart rate going. And we played 4 draws back to back to back, but I had lots left in the tank there, and really happy for Skipper. She threw it perfect.
The 10th end probably got the heart rate pumping too a little bit.
Well, I thought we were going hard for the extra early, and I was actually surprised we got it that close. It was pretty frosty out there, but they were still carrying, so it was kind of a guess. And she threw what we thought we needed, and it just didn't quite get there.
Obviously, another important plateau. I believe that gets you to playoffs at the worst, and you got to be feeling good about where this team's at.
Absolutely. The goal at the start of the week is to make playoffs, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. So we're really happy with that, and we're just still working on building towards the weekend and sharpening up all of our processes out there, and just trying to keep everything light and have some fun. The crowd's been amazing. I've never been the home team, and we're having a great time.
Marla, just give me a sense of the relief. I know it's been tough because you haven't been rewarded in a lot of ways. I know you guys have been playing, good curling and probably good enough to win a lot of games, but finally to get that W, how did that feel?
Well, the girls have been playing well enough to win. I have not been. I've really struggled all week, and this game I finally made a few shots, so it felt good to make those shots.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, as much as physical skill is part of this game, obviously between the ears is just as important. When it gets going in the wrong direction, it's tough to reel it back in sometimes.
Absolutely it is, absolutely. I was struggling. I couldn't put my finger on what was wrong, but you still got to use that other side of your game as well. You've still got to be calling, you've still got to be reading the ice, so you can't get too caught up in trying to fix, but I needed to fix.
And that'll go a long way to helping, obviously, and I guess it gets you in a better state of mind approaching these last couple days.
Oh, absolutely. Finally, a W in the win column.
So,